I never go anywhere. I don't leave home, you know. I don't go on vacations. I don't do Disneyland. I don't go anywhere. I stay home. I've created a life so that I could stay home because it's what I've always wanted. And, you know, there's no such thing as promised tomorrow. So let's make it happen. Let's stay home. But I got an invitation from literally the only people that have convinced me to leave home over the course of the last 3 years. We've got one more prize to give away, but I know you have a lot more news.
Well, we have some big news.
Okay.
Since we were talking about here in Florida, the weather. Lisa, how would you love to experience Florida weather in February?
I could take off my sweater.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Go to the beach,
I could
dip your toes in the water in February.
Okay.
Yes. So we did talk to Lisa, and Lisa and her husband are going to be visiting Florida at the end of February. And it's going to be amazing because we'll be able to do some videos together, do some canning together, which I'm excited about to get to learn from someone that has been doing it for so long. But also we get to
just made me sound really old. Has anybody else? No. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Experience.
Not so long. Yeah. Okay.
But also, we're going to flip the script and we get to ask the questions and find out more about you. So I'm excited about that one.
Twice now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and we are all about pantry preparedness. And sometimes I bring you in and I tell you a little bit about what's going on in my life because, you know, we prepare for life. That's what we do. About 4 to 5 years ago, I was reached out to by a company. Honest to goodness, I thought it was spam. I thought it was a con email. I don't know what prompted me to open it. I don't know what prompted me to reply to it because I am the junk email detective. I don't even deal with them. I delete 0.9% of them. I didn't delete this one. I responded back. They responded back. I responded back. They responded back. We had a conversation. And that's been our relationship for over 4 years now. That's Forjars Canning Company. They are proud sponsors of Canuary. They always provide awesome prizes to give away for Canuary. They have great deals on their canning lids. They have a top quality product. It is just a great canning lid. It's quality the way that it used to be made back in the day before the big companies stopped caring about us, you know? These guys and gals are fantastic. So at the end of January, they surprised me and asked me if I would be willing to come to Florida, spend a little time there, do a little work, record some videos, record an interview, and check out the Florida sun. And I said yes, which I never do. I never do that. They were kind enough to say, yeah, bring Phil, definitely bring Phil. So I thought I'd go over a little bit what we did on our trip, what we talked about. I'm definitely going to link you to some nifty videos. And I hope that you will enjoy the trip that we took. We actually left home. Oh my gosh. Number one, I really don't go anywhere without Phil. Yeah, and vice versa. We're kind of glued at the hip. It's just the way we work, you know. But we went down to Northport, Florida from northern Michigan, okay? So honestly, it's been over 20 years since I got on a plane. It's been over 30 years since he's been on a plane. And it was like, okay, I guess we need to go find out what all this TSA stuff is, right? You know, and so I spent some quality time looking on the internet and okay, we can't do this and we can't do that and we can't do this. Okay, fine. The airport that we flew out of is teeny tiny. I mean, just ridiculous small, okay? So TSA was kind of like, it was there, but not an issue because we were like one of 4 people, you know? We got onto a smaller plane, smallest plane I've been on, not the smallest plane that you can get on. And we left Michigan and we went to O'Hare Airport where we literally jogged to get to the other end of the airport to catch the connecting flight to go to Tampa. This is the long route to get to Florida, but we're cool with that. We haven't done anything like that in like forever, you know, so yeah, let's do it. It was a lot of fun. It was also a little nerve-wracking, and we were tired. We showed up in Florida, I want to say 9 o'clock or so at night. I have to look at no, about 10 o'clock, according to my notes. We ended up in Tampa, Florida. And from there, we went and got our rental car, who I'm not sure if I would have put two people looking that tired behind the wheel of a car, but we did. And so then we had to drive an hour and a half to Northport. We normally go to bed at like 8, 9 o'clock, So we were up way past our bedtime and tired, but it was amazing. I took random snapshots here and there, and we just kind of made it through the flight and made it through the trip. We got to the house that they rented for us because there's no hotels and stuff. There's no lodging like that in Northport. So they rented an Airbnb, and this house definitely made me question quite a few of my life's decisions because, wow, it was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. I'm showing you some of the pictures here. Definitely more than we needed, and because literally all we did was sleep there. It was really funny, but we had, we got everything in the house and we crashed. We were down and out. Now, the next morning we're up bright and early and we drove over to Forjars. They don't have a retail space, that's generally open to the public. This is their main office. But we went there and saw everybody, and these are just the nicest people. They are truly the nicest people. They are so sweet, and they were so concerned to make sure that we had a good time, and we, had a decent flight, and everything else. And it's like we're fine, And then we worked. Oh my gosh, did we work? We recorded 3 videos that day, 3 separate canning projects, and they'll be putting those videos up shortly. And then they fed us and, had us relax a little bit and just, and then Lubo was so sweet. She's like, no, you have to go to the beach. You have to go to the beach. And I said, I can't even think about driving to go to the beach. It was like an hour away. We are so tired. By then it was like 5:30. And we're just so tired. We're just going to go back and we're going to go to sleep because we're just that tired. And that's what we did. It was funny. But you can see all of the different shots that we have here of different projects that we were working on. It was a blast. It really was. They took me back into the warehouse. I did not take pictures. But they took me back into the warehouse and showed me, all of the stuff that they're doing. And I got kind of a sneak peek of some stuff that's coming up. No, I'm not telling you. And, we discussed different things. And then they showed me their new studio kitchen that they built. And we talked about all of that. And it's just an amazing group of people that are so good at what they do. You guys have met Alina. She has been, on our live shows when we do the drawings and stuff. And so she's there, and Mike number 2 is there. And I call him Mike number 2 because originally there was a Mike that we started with, but he has moved on and done other things. And this Mike is the one that's there all the time. And then there's Lubo, and oh my God, that is the sweetest lady. She is just funny. Oh my gosh, is she funny. And I have in the past spent a lot of time with Yugoslavians and, that area. And so I tend to pick up little words here and there, but I was really having difficult picking up Ukrainian. But at one point, because I'm not shy, really. And so at one point I'm going, why does everybody keep saying da, 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 da? And they're like, that means yes. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then every time they would say it, I'd be like, da, 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 And we had a lot of fun, and we laughed, and we had a great time. And just skills and talents, amazing, just amazing. When I grow up, I want cameras and mics like that because, yeah, hello. They had all the fun stuff to play with, and I'm just like watching it all, and I'm watching it all, So we canned up 3 different things, and then we called it a night and went back to the amazing house. I'm such a geek. I took a picture of the outside lights because they were awesome, okay? And they're LED. And then I had to Google Lens them to figure out where I could get them. And they won't work on our house because we have siding, But I was just like, they are so awesome. I love these lights. So we crashed and burned for about an hour, got up, went to the Waffle House. I've never been to a Waffle House before. Went to a Waffle House where I was reasonably underwhelmed, but they had coffee, and that's really what I wanted at 8 o'clock at night was some coffee. And then I think we shared some biscuits and gravy. Yeah, because I just wanted something warm and something in my stomach, and I just wanted to go back to sleep. And that's what we did. Next morning we got up and we were back over to their offices where they were so sweet. They were still getting ready. And so one of the team makes lattes and they're like, do you want a latte? I'm like, oh, sure. I'll take a latte. Sure. Oh no, look at this. This thing is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Right. And they just made it right there in the kitchen. This is what he enjoys doing the most. So, and I apologize because I don't remember his name, but he was very quiet other than that. And, he made both Phil and I these beautiful lattes. And as you can see, Phil was, supervising from his area. So he was sitting there supervising all day. But I'm like, you can go out and, find Steve. He's like, no, I'm just going to stay here. Okay, great. So he stayed and, we all had a great time. Again, they love feeding us. It's a very family-oriented business. Very family-oriented business. So there's one of them I follow on Instagram now, and no, I'm not going to share it, but it's his own private account, and on there it says family church business, and that really is these people in a nutshell. This is who they are. This is what they do, and they want to make everybody happy. They really, really want to make everybody happy. And I mean, they're taking care of their parents. They're providing for their parents. They've got their entire families. They've got their churches that they're very involved with. It's amazing and encouraging to see that kind of connection in real life. You can hear about it. You can read about it. I don't think a lot of us actually live it. These guys live it. And I love it. I love spending time with them. So we were there until I think 1 o'clock, and that is when we recorded the interview that Alina did with me. She interviewed me for once instead of vice versa, and asked me a bunch of questions, and we changed locations a few times. And you know me, I'll talk. I just talk. That's what I do. I talk, and I'm pretty consistent about it because I don't make this stuff up. It is just what it is. And so I don't have to think about the answers real hard. Sometimes I may have to monitor what's coming out. But for the most part, I was just sitting there answering questions like I do any other time. And we had a great time and we were laughing and I'm sitting there going, da, 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 had my shoes off as I'm walking around because we're sitting here, sitting there doing this. And I'm like, I'm taking my shoes off. My shoes have been on for way too long now. So after that, we finally, agreed with Lubo and we decided that yes, we're going to go see the beach. And so we drove about an hour away to the Gulf of Mexico, and I finally got to dip my toes in that ocean because I have never been on that side. I've never been to Florida before. And so we got to walk around there a little while and pelican and some other bird. And then somebody was nice enough to take our picture together. It was a nice time. We got to spend some quality time just soaking up some sun and taking a deep breath. You know what I mean? And then we headed back and took a nap. Not going to lie. Flat out took a nap. So we got up in time and we met them for dinner at a steakhouse. And it was Alina and Mike and Lubo. And we had a great couple hours just chatting, just talking about life, about hobbies, about other things that we do, about families, about, the whole thing. And I think that Lubo surprised me because I'm just me, you guys. I really am just me. This is who I am. I'm not putting on airs. I'm not acting like somebody else. I am just me. It's too hard doing that to try to take on a whole nother personality. And so she surprised me when she said something to the effect of she really liked me and she wasn't sure that she would because you never know if people are who they present themselves as on YouTube. And she goes, but you're just like you. And I'm like, that's because I'm me, And so sweet. I mean, I could just hug these people around the neck forever. They are so wonderful and so sweet. And they are really, really honing in on being the best canning food preservation company that they can be. That's what they have totally 100% focused on now. And I think it's going to make an amazing difference. We have no idea. I had no idea how difficult it is to get something like jars manufactured, and the sheer quantity that is required as a minimum order is mind-boggling, okay? But it's that's one of the things they're working on, you know, because we requested it. We're like, hey, we would really like this, you know, and so they went to work on making it happen. Now, as of this moment, you know, I've shared all these different pictures and stuff, and we had a great dinner, and then we went back and we packed up everything that we could think to pack up, and we crashed and burned because we had to be out, I think it was at 10 o'clock in the morning. And so we got up and left earlier than that because that's just, we're up too early. And we went and we had breakfast, and we just kind of moseyed around and made our way to the airport in Tampa. And then we worked our way back home again. We had just such a great time. They were such wonderful hosts that it's just another layer of what an amazing company and what an amazing family they are. You just don't find this very often anymore, you know? In a world where we deal with companies that really don't care. They just don't care. These guys care so much. They really, really want to be the best that they can be for us. And I, for one, really appreciate it. So if you would do me a solid, I'm going to link at the end of this video, and I'll put it in the description box below also, the interview that I did with them. They interviewed me. And maybe you'll hear something new, maybe you won't, you never know. But, you know, we just had a really nice chat about a whole bunch of stuff. Everything from canning and preserving to how Phil and I met. It was funny. It was really funny. And I hope that you guys will take the time to get to know a little bit about this amazing company. Remember that if you would like to order anything from their website, which this is the website, okay? If you put this code right here, then you get 10% off your order. Now here's the really cool part. The canners are back in stock. And if you order the canner now, you get that amazing funnel set with it. Best funnel set ever. These things are going to outlive me. They are so sturdy and so good, okay? If you don't want the canner and you just want the funnel set, they're back in stock. If you want the jar opener, they're back in stock. Take a look at it. They're getting everything back in stock. They have worked really hard to make sure that everything is top quality, and I hope that you give them a chance because I stake my name on them because I believe in them and I trust them and because they have never proven me wrong. I hope that you guys will give them a try also. They're just great people, and it's a great company. And they were there for us when nobody else was. You can check out the interview right here. I hope that you do. Tell them Lisa sent you, please. And until next time, everybody, be safe. Stack it to the rafters, my friends.